Welcome to LCA. Hey guys, if you guys don't know Michael Mayer, you guys better get to know him because I've got some amazing things to say about Michael. I've known him for so many years, you guys, and I'm so glad I get this one-on-one time with you, Michael. Thank you. So, Michael, my God, author of seven levels of communication, go from relationships to referrals. In fact, he just gave me a piece of advice, and thank you. I appreciate you, Michael. Miracle Morning, co-author of Miracle Morning for real estate agents, national bestseller. Congratulations. North America's most referred realtor. Wow, I need to learn from you for sure. Over 500 referrals every year for 12 years, you guys. He is a host of Referrals podcast, 500,000 downloads to date. Wow. Founder of Generosity Generation. I tell you, this guy is super genius plus very generous. He just gave me a piece of advice real quickly. Please join their referral community at joingengen.com. Fastest growing academy in real estate, Referral Mastery Academy, official training partner of many large brands. And he sold his real estate companies for 7 figures and now lives in Marietta with his beautiful wife, Beam, and for 32 years, son, Max, and Malti-Poo, his puppy, Miles. Welcome, Michael. We are going to get started. We want to know so much from you, and so much we want to come from curiosity of asking you a few questions. But please tell us a little bit about what the topic is today, about the biggest mistakes.
Yeah, so Junkie, I appreciate it very much. I'm glad to be here, and I'm excited to honestly talk about the 3 biggest opportunities realtors have right now. But here's the thing, like, I think a lot of them are making mistakes because they're at JFK said at one time that in every crisis there is danger and opportunity. And I think a lot of people are focusing on and seeing the danger while missing out on the opportunity. And I can't wait to share the 3 biggest opportunities I see out there right now. It's going to surprise some people. And I just appreciate you having me on. I do have some slides to share that'll kind of keep us moving. But I'm excited. What I want to do first is I want to have everyone that's here, those of you that are in the audience, that you're out there watching, in the chat window, put where you are from. Let's see if we have all 50 states. Do we have any Canadians here? Do we have any Bahamians here? I didn't even know I was going to say the word Bahamian, but do we have anybody from outside the contiguous 48? Any Hawaiians or any Alaska? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning there. I'm just kidding. But
oh gosh, look at all this. We've got Naples, Florida, Houston, Riverside, Los Angeles, Prosper, Las Vegas. Welcome everyone. Myrtle Beach, Dade City, Palo Alto, right in my back corner, right here. welcome everybody. It's so good to see you guys here. But yeah, we've got a full house here, Michael.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna rock and roll with the slide deck, and then I'll stop and pause occasionally. The thing that I want everybody to know is literally I am going to keep this pretty structured to just these 3 biggest opportunities. I want to wrap up in 30 to 35 minutes, and then I want to do an open Q&A. You want to talk post-settlement proposal conversations, money conversations, referral conversations, how a lot of my coaching clients are getting paid even more in the post-settlement world. We can talk about that, and we can definitely go deeper on those subjects. So
yeah,
I'm going to share.
Love to. Yeah, can you share screen real quickly?
I have it. Yep.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, guys, in the meantime, please do take a lot of notes because I am a person that takes lots of notes. Yes, we will. This is recorded. We will share it with you later on. But I think the best thing to do is write things down when someone is telling you, because it actually resonates inside your brain, and it actually resonates with you when you're ready to go. So let's go, Michael.
All right. Can you see my screen all right there, Janky? Can you see the warning? Because
yes.
I do come with a warning label, and my wife warned me that she came with a warning label as well. So the first thing that I just want to say out there is viewer discretion is advised. My opinions and my suggestions are mine alone. I am not an attorney or your broker, so I encourage you to check anything that I say with a broker or an attorney. I also do not represent lab coat agents in any way. So I will tell you that there was some nervousness, and there sometimes is when I speak, that I may say something controversial or debatable or maybe edgy. And I just want you to know that viewer discretion is advised, and that's who I am.
Awesome.
So I'm going to talk about the three biggest opportunities right now. Jenky did just such a great job with the introduction. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this slide other than just inviting you to join the Generosity Generation. We have one of the best and most active referral communities on Facebook. And if you're the type that was interested in this content and what I put out, then you're going to love joingengen.com, or you can use the QR code on the screen with your phone and it goes directly to that group. We ask you 2 or 3 questions, and that's just to protect you and me. And then we rock and roll from there and get in there and introduce yourself.
Awesome.
Also, for referralspodcast.com, we have almost 500,000 downloads at this point. Number 2 podcast in real estate to bigger pockets. Number 1 in real estate marketing. We encourage you to check it out at referralspodcast.com or iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. It's even on Audible as a free podcast on Amazon Audible. So we encourage you to check out what we're doing. So in any market, there are 3 types of agents. We need to know this, and you need to be able to identify which one are you. And I kind of already know which one you are, but I really we have to start somewhere. And I think in the world that started August 17th and what we've seen since March, we have to have a conversation about these 3 types of agents. Now, the first one is the one that's going to quit, right? Anytime something gets a little bit tough, anytime there is major change, some people do default to running, right? To going to quit. And I want you to know out there that the team that got you here may not be the team that takes you to the next level. And I have coaching clients who we have done somewhat of an overhaul on the team as we get into this new, brave new world of a new way to do business. So, and here's the thing I'm going to say is if you are on the fence on whether you should quit or not, do me a favor, jump in. First of all, give it your all. Give it, just say, listen, I'm going to give this 6 months to the end of the year, and I'm going to go 100%. I'm going to give it 100%, and let's see what happens. That's my first message to you. The second type of group is, you know, these people, right? They're hoping things stay the same, and everything they're doing is the same. They want it to be the same, and they are, you know, kind of resistant to change. Well, guess what? You know, things do change all the time. And then you have this third type of agent that is changing, adapting, and growing. They're always changing, always improving, always getting better, always adapting and growing. And there is one difference between these 3 types of agents, and it is how they handle the F word. Now, if you've ever been on one of my sessions before, you're wondering what F word's coming next. Now, it is a 4-letter F word, but I think it's even more powerful than maybe the F word you're thinking right now. And that F word is fear. And fear, I'm going to give you 4 acronyms for fear. 4. And they're all very relevant. And so if you're taking notes, do me a favor and write these down, because then I want you to circle the acronym that is most applicable to you. Now, the first fear is for everyone a reality. And I'll come back to the PowerPoint in a second. But fear is you've probably heard false emotions appearing real and that kind of, and I'm telling you, I don't believe that. That is not a good acronym for fear, because it's not false emotions. We either have emotions and they're real or not. So guess what? Emotions are real. So there's no such thing as false emotions appearing real. It is for everyone a reality. Everyone feels fear, everyone. And guess what? Fear has kept us alive as Homo sapiens since 10,000 BC and before. We felt fear when there was a bear near, or a saber-toothed tiger, or whatever it was. We felt the fear, we acted accordingly, we responded, and it saved our life. It actually helped save what we do. Now, if you're the one that's kind of going to quit, we have 3 responses to fear for each of these agents. And the going to quit is typically the one that does forget everything and run. Now, you could just leave the F in there, F everything and run, but it's forget everything and run. You have seen these. You know these agents. You probably have them in your office where it is literally Chicken Little, the sky is falling, panic is in, and they're running around. They forget everything and run. They forget everything. I'm not sure what to do, so I'm just going to run around until the sky falls, right? And it's forget everything and run. And listen, this is a great opportunity if you are that considering that quitting, and you're considering that type of thing, is guess what? Is maybe this is the time just to settle in and stop running and realize, don't forget everything. You know things and you can do it. The changes aren't big enough for you to strap on the parachute and jump out. So forget everything and run is one response. And guess what? There's going to be people who are out of this business. It's already happening and they forgot everything and they ran, and it's okay. It's okay. And here's the other thing. If you want to quit and get out of real estate, I want you to know if that's in the best interest of you, your family, then do it. Then do it. You've got to make that decision. The second type of agent is that one that is like, I hope things stay the same. And they have a different response to fear, and it is fight everything and resist. You know these people. They fight it. You saw it. You see it in Lab Coat. You see it in every Facebook group, is they fight everything and resist. I'm not doing it differently. I'm not doing it differently. I don't care. They can sue me. They can fine me. They can do whatever it is. And I just have a message for them is, hey, listen, aren't you tired of fighting? Aren't you tired of resisting? What if for just 1 month you went with the flow? What if for 1 month you just decided that you're going to focus on little tiny tweaks that might make you better, and you might find out that this fight over here isn't worth the fight, but this fight over here is the one that makes the biggest difference in your life. So fight everything and resist, people. Hey, lighten up. It's okay. We're going to be fine. And then the third are the change, the adapt. Those are the ones. And the third type of agent has a different approach to fear. The response to fear is face everything and rise. Face everything and rise. And guess what? I know a lot of you are the third type of agent. You tend to be the one where you're not going to run away. You're not going to fight it. You're going to go, I'm going to try to understand this. And you have another F in what you do. And you're you're figure it outers. Like, you're going to figure it out. And I just want you to know, like, guess what? That's a great type of agent to be right now. And it's like, so, which type of agent are you? And you need to understand which you are. And I will tell you, we're all all three. We all have that. And sometimes the best thing to do is forget everything and run. Sometimes the best thing to do is fight and resist everything, right? Or fight everything and resist. And sometimes the best thing to do is face everything and rise. So that's the adaptations to fear. And that's what we need to understand. And it's like, all right, so what type of agent are you? And then I want to explain in like 5 minutes the type of agent I am, so that we're on the same page and you know where I'm coming from. What we do in the Generosity Generation and at Referco is we help business owners, like realtors, like lenders. We help business owners build their businesses based on 3 values. And these 3 values are love, generosity, and appreciation. That's where I come from. If you don't love it, don't do it, right? And love your clients, show them you love them, and just like do what you love what you do. And I have a lot more under that. I truly believe love is your superpower. And then generosity. Generosity is your superpower in action. When you are generous, when you give massive value first, then what happens is reciprocity kicks in. And we want reciprocity to kick in with our sphere, with the universe, with God, with everyone. So if you want the universe to conspire for your success, Go be generous. Go put your generosity in action. Go surprise people by giving them massive value first at every turn. And I'm pounding the table, and I don't know if you can hear that. So then the third is appreciation. And appreciation is different than generosity. Appreciation is, okay, things happen to us. Things happen for us. No matter what, we are going to be appreciative. We are going to appreciate the good things, and we are going to appreciate the bad things. You have probably heard many stories. You probably have your own story. I definitely have my own stories of things that were bad at the time turned out to be fantastic for me in life. And appreciation is love and reaction. We want to always be in love. We want to always be generous, and we want to always be in appreciation. Those are the three values that we built our tribe of trust on. And that's a key element to how I went from 0 to over 500, 600, and over 700 referrals each and every year. Now, so give me some strategy, Michael. Give me what are the three biggest opportunities, right? I've kind of shared with you where I'm coming from. Now let's take the journey together through the three biggest opportunities. Well, I am going to actually give you an opportunity under each of the three pillars of referral mastery. So when you add those up, you have a complete set of opportunities for you to go out and put into play. And if you only put one of them into play, it's probably going to result in referrals for you. Now, we have one to none, one to one, and one to many. That's your approach in life, right? And so each of those are different elements of us as a person and a business owner. We have self-mastery is mastering ourself. It's the one to none aspect of our life and of our business. We need to master ourselves. We need to first love ourselves, first lead ourselves. And so it's this growth, right? And then we have relationship mastery. And this is how are you in building one-to-one relationships? And then the last one is one to many. And this is what's unique to my referral system over any referral system in the world that I know of, is that it's scalable, it's leverageable, it's allowed me to get up to 400 referrals in one day. And it will also help you get a lot of referrals in one day. So, and by the way, I'm not the record holder. We've had clients who have gotten 500, 600, and over 900 referrals in one day. I'm going to give you an example of one of those that got over 200 referrals in one day at the very end. So now, self-mastery is how is your relationship with yourself? Are you connected to yourself? How are you healthy? Are you wealthy? Are you happy? And here's the thing, right? You probably have some degree of health, some degree of wealth, and some degree of happiness. And you probably are missing some degree of health, some degree of wealth, and some degree of happiness. So we all have gaps, just know that. But here's the thing, what we have really helped agents do is establish a growth plan. What is your plan for you personally to grow as a human being? When it comes to the 8 spokes of the wheels of life, where can we work on? What are our strengths, and how can we implement things that help us strengthen our weaknesses and build off of our strengths? So what does your growth plan look like? And just so you know, I'm going to share with you what I feel is the single biggest opportunity under self-mastery. Relationship mastery. How well do you build relationships one-to-one? How are you with phone calls, handwritten notes, text messaging, emails, one-to-one meetings? And here's how do you judge your relationship mastery? Are you averaging 1 or 2 referrals per day? If you're getting 1 or 2 referrals per day, you are probably mastering conversations. And that's what this is really about. And, you know, the other thing I ask under relationship mastery is, how is your listing presentation? How is your buyer's consultation? Do you have an initial consultation? And if not, why not? So the third element is the event mastery piece, the one to many. It's leverageable, it's scalable. How well do you build relationships one to many? Tell me about your events. Tell me about your parties. Tell me about your networking. How many referrals are you getting at every one of your events? And if the answer is 0, 1, or 2, you're doing it wrong. And I can help you do it right. And I'd love to do that. Do you have a yearly appreciation plan for your entire sphere? That's kind of the way you judge your event mastery. And that's one of the first things we help our clients do is put together a yearly appreciation plan for everyone. And then we actually break it down to a 52-week plan, which we also give you, right? So under self-mastery, going to the 3 biggest opportunities. Oh, before I jump into that, before I go into the opportunities, in the chat window or Jonky, any questions under, because what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted people, I wanted to establish a baseline and I wanted to let people like know where I'm coming from. Who is Michael Mayer and where is this advice coming from that he's about to give us?
Yeah, I mean, anyone that has any questions, please put it in the chat box. But I think this is, I love the three referral partnerships that you just talked about, the opportunities, the 3 pillars, right? The self-mastery, event mastery, and relationship mastery. I wanted to kind of dig in a little bit more about relationship mastery when you talk about phone conversations or handwritten note cards. You're talking about past clients, you're talking about Sphere, but you're also talking about your leads, I'm assuming, that are in your database.
For sure, for sure. In fact, I'm going to actually give by the end of this session, I'm going to give what I believe is the one true solution for converting internet leads in today's environment, right? The environment's changing, right? You can the portals and all these people can no longer sell multiple leads to multiple agents, right? That's coming down the line from the FCC. And here's the other thing. It's really hard to convert an internet lead to a showing in today's world. So I'm going to give 2 really powerful solutions to converting internet leads. And listen, here, hopefully it helps, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll keep rocking and rolling. And I do have time for questions at the end. So
Yeah,
I tend to go very fast.
awesome. Let's
So
keep going.
self-mastery. What is the biggest opportunity under self-mastery right now? How can we personally get better? And I'm going to share with you. Now you got to realize I have been seeking information, advice, help, and people's suggestions forever. And one of the reasons that I am a success today is because I had a lot of really powerful men and women pour into me over the years. So can you imagine? I'm about to share with you the single best piece of advice I ever got in my life. Think about that. I have taken how many pieces of advice have I gotten? Millions upon millions. The single best piece of advice I ever got was from Howard Brinton at the Star Power Annual Conference. Now, his name may be new to some of you, but for those of you that knew him, you knew how powerful he was. A mentor of mine, a major influencer and power in the real estate industry until his unfortunate passing in night. Here's the thing. Whatever you want to do, find someone who is doing it the best and copy what they're doing. And then he would say, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel. Whatever you want to do, find someone who is doing it the best and copy what they're doing. So, here's the thing. Do you want referrals? I know the answer is yes. That's why you're here today. Well, here is the number one thing you have to do to get referrals. You have to get into growth mode. You might want to write that down. Get into growth mode. But here's the thing. Some of you are in growth mode, but nobody knows it. Like you're in growth, you're reading and you're going to your team meetings and you're learning online, but have you shared what you're learning? Are you sharing that you're in growth mode? And another great way to, like after this webinar, after this Zoom, this training, you should share what you learned on Facebook and share that you're in growth mode. I'm in growth mode. I'm always looking to learn. I'm always passionate. And something that I share with Generosity Generation quite often in joingengen.com is like what I'm reading, what I learned today. And guess what? You should be doing the same thing on Facebook because then people know that you're in growth mode. And there is nothing, and I am telling you, listen, I am not the best looking guy in the world, right? Nobody has ever mistakenly taken me for Brad Pitt, ever. Never had that problem, right? And
So
some of you were really happy when you saw my picture, right? You're like, geez, if that guy can do it, anybody can do it. And you're right. I'm just telling you. But what
Michael,
made
Claire,
my
sorry
what?
to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you, but Michael, Claire is asking, can you please share Howard's advice again?
Yes, I will. I'll go back to that slide. Well, here's the advice. Don't reinvent the wheel,
There
right?
you go.
If whatever you want to do, find someone, not just someone who's doing it, find someone who is doing it the best and then copy what they're doing. And don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to reinvent a buyer's consultation. Don't try to create one from scratch. Like find the best and then just use it, right? And then tweak it for your own use. But it is one of those where I'm telling you right now, this is such an important thing, is what made Michael Mayer successful and what made me attractive was I was always in growth mode. And who's attracted to that? Mentors, influential people, successful people, wealthy people. They are attracted because you know how they got there? They got there by being in growth mode.
Right.
So I'm just saying nothing is more attractive than growth. I'll share that slide real quick from Howard. Anytime I get a chance to share Howard's words, it's a good day in the world. So don't reinvent the wheel. All right. So the single biggest opportunity, you may want to write this down. The single biggest opportunity right now in self-mastery is to double down on education. Learn the new forms, learn the new commission agreements, learn the new forms. And then here's the thing. And I do have a bias with this, right? I have a vested interest in this advice. I will admit it. Get to an out-of-town conference ASAP, because don't go it alone. Figure it out together. Together we can go farther. So get to an out of, and this is a secret that top producers will never tell you, because they don't want you to know. Like your agents in your office, they'll tell you like all these different things, but they'll never really tell you how they got so smart or how they got the idea. Because they're afraid you're a competition, right? The biggest secret top producers will never tell you is that they probably learned it at a conference. When you think, oh, that's a really good idea, they didn't invent the wheel. Neither should you. Now, here is a big opportunity for you to take advantage of. It is our conference. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to go to our conference, but this is an example of what you need to schedule right now in the fourth or the third trimester, if you will, right? Or the next 4 months is you need to get to a conference and hang out with other people who already have figured this out. There are clients of mine that have been doing the new world since July 1st, July 16th, July 17th, July 21st, August 1st. They didn't wait till August 17th to implement. So we have all of this data. We have all of these solutions on how to approach negotiations and how to approach your buyer's consultation. Well, I'd love to see you at RMS 2024. The Referral Mastery Summit is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can bring your spouse, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You've got a spouse that's a 9-to-5er, or even if you're a part-timer, you can go. Some of the feedback that we've gotten the last couple of years, because we did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, is that it would be great if you did it over the weekend so that my significant other could come. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, September 27th through the 29th, a month from today. And I just checked flights from most places to Atlanta, Georgia, and they are extremely inexpensive right now. So it's at the beautiful Omni Centennial Park. It's one of the best hotels in Atlanta. And it's just a great place to stay. It's a great place for an event. We've been working for 5 years to get this event, and I hope you can make it. More on that later. So that is self-mastery. The number one thing is to get into growth mode. And one of the best ways to implement that is to go to a conference. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, I can't afford to go to a conference. Let me tell you something. My first conference, I couldn't afford to go to it either, but I put it on my credit card and I made my way to that conference, and my life was changed by going to that conference. So make it happen. Self-mastery. Relationship mastery is the next. So now we're talking about one-to-one. How do we develop? And just so you know, there are a lot of strategies. under one-to-one and relationship mastery. If you want to know more, you can go read 7L. In 7L, there are over 80 strategies for developing one-to-one relationships to referrals. And you're like, well, this guy just tried to sell his book. Yeah, I make like $1.20 when you buy it off Amazon. So, trust me on that. I'm just here to help. I wrote the book to help people to go from having relationships to getting referrals. And it's not a giant leap. It's a 1-degree tweak. So relationship mastery, jumping right to the opportunity. What is the number one single most important strategic action we can take right now? This is it. Master the buyer's consultation. Now, some of you have used buyer's consultations. You meet with buyers before you do it, but have you truly mastered the buyer's consultation? And here, this is from James Shaw, right? He said in the Pivot Shift Ahead group, I love it. You're going to do a buyer's consultation. Should have been doing it anyway. If not, okay, now you'll be required to do it. If you're going to do buyer agreements, or you are going to do buyer agreements, should have been doing them anyway. If not, okay, now you'll be required to do it. You're going to come to an agreement around commission and fees. Should have been doing that anyway. If not, okay, you'll be required to do it now. If seller is willing to pay all of it, great. If not, buyer makes up the difference. Same as it always been. I love what he said, but I really, really love where it starts. And it starts with a buyer's consultation. It all starts with a buyer's consultation. Just repeating, the single most important strategic action we can take right now is to master the buyer's consultation. So here's a question for all of you to put in the chat window. What is one good reason to do a buyer's consultation? What is one good reason that you would do, right? What is one good reason to do a buyer's consultation? Thank you, Cheryl Angel. Cheryl's like coaching people in the chat. I love it. Yeah, it sets expectations. It builds rapport. 100 clarity. Oh, Gene, you nailed it. Build relationship. Sherry Norris. Gina, I didn't get it. Sorry.
Explain
Gina, you
what
may
the
have to
services are and how you will advocate for them. Yeah, that's a good one, Gina.
love it. Establish your value. That is a big one now, right? Yeah, explain what the services are. 100%. Yeah, these are all great to convince your, where'd that go? To convince, I saw something on there to convince something.
To convince buyer to be your client, explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sales meeting. Here's the difference. We've always done listing presentations to get listings. We've listed listings. Well, guess what? Now we list buyers. We used to list sellers. Now we need a listing appointment for buyers, and that is a buyer's consultation, right? So I think the big thing here is there's a lot of reasons, and I'm going to share 30 reasons to have a buyer's consultation here in a second. But one of the biggest that you need to understand is that with a great buyer's consultation, you're going to want to meet more people and have a buyer's consultation. If you don't believe in your buyer's consultation, you won't have it. You won't have one. This is the reframe that I want to give you. And I'm going to give you a few more later that may knock your socks off. But the reframe is I want you to think so highly of your buyer's consultation that you want to share it with your family to impress them so much that they become referral sources. You know your family's not going to buy it, but if you have a brother, a sister, mother, father, maybe your son or daughter is old enough, 18 plus, do your buyer's consultation with them first. Go through it. That is literally how I converted my brother, my little brother, who we used to fight all the time, beat each other up all the time, but we still love each other, right? But the thing is he always thought of me as brother, not realtor. I said, listen, will you do me a favor? I want to practice my buyer's consultation. I went through my buyer's consultation with him, and literally he had to pick his jaw up off the desk, and he goes, you do all that? That's what he became one of my top referral sources and is still a top referral source to this day on that one monumental day that I did the buyer's consultation with a family member. And here's the thing, he raved about it at Thanksgiving. and he raved about it at Christmas. And it went from, why does my family give me referrals, to my entire family used my services and became referral sources for me. So I'm just saying that's a valuable part of the buyer's consultation. Have it be so good. You literally want a line of people. Here's the other reframe. What if you had a buyer's consultation that was so good, people would pay you to come to your buyer's consultation? Maybe write that down. So, all right, I'm going to keep rocking and rolling.
Michael, before you do, we have
Yeah.
2 questions for you. One,
Yeah.
Charles is asking, if buyer is opposed to contributing to the agent's commission and the seller is not going to pay any of the buyer's commission, what was the question?
Let me cover that at the end.
Okay.
Let me kind of handle a lot of some of the questions are going to be answered already. And then at the end, I will answer all of their questions at once. Is that all right?
Perfect.
Just for the sake of time. So, all right. So there are 30 plus reasons to doing a buyer's consultation, right? Establish control, differentiation. But here's the thing I want you to know is that a buyer's consultation is a great place to get referrals. I usually walked out with 1 to 4 referrals from every one of my buyer's consultations. Think about that. You would walk out of the buyer's consultation with 1 to 4 referrals. It's a powerful, powerful thing. So the other thing is I would get outgoing referrals to attorneys, to financial planners, to CPAs. And guess who are some of my best referral sources? Those CPAs, those financial planners, those attorneys. So it's also like a great way to show professionalism. But here's another one, right? And this isn't just for the females. This is for everyone. Safety. The days of meeting people at houses is over. It's over. I can't even imagine driving out and having someone try to sign an EBA on the hood of their car before they go see a house. How professional is that? Give me a freaking break. It's also not safe. So, and the thing about it is get them to a buyer's consultation. There's so many reasons, right? So many reasons to do a buyer's consultation, and there's no reasons not to do one other than laziness or trying to wing it. The days of lazy and winging it are over. Those agents are not going to last. So the result of a world-class buyer's consultation is to show your value so they quickly and easily sign an agreement that ensures your commission. That's your result, right? That's the objective of a world-class buyer's consultation. Embrace a new professionalism and be looked at as the professional, right? And here's the thing. Do you need a buyer's consultation? Don't reinvent the wheel. I'll give you mine. Michael J. Mayer's buyer consultation is the best I've ever seen in 30 years of teaching, training, and working in the real estate industry. He taught it at our Star Power Buyer University and our Advanced Buyer University, and it is brilliant, simple, brief, and yet complete. Through its execution, I have seen hundreds of documented referrals. Howard Britton of Star Power. I literally showed him pieces of paper where they had referred me at buyer's consultations. Not just no BS where I said, yeah, I get referrals all the time. He was like, no, prove it to me. I got the sheets. It was a stack like 10 inches high, and he was flabbergasted. So we have a class called Buyer Agent Mastery where I give you not just my buyer's consultation, I give you my entire buyer system from the moment they meet you to forever. That's why it's called the Forever Client System. I don't call anybody past clients. I don't believe in the term past clients. I don't want there to be anything called past clients. I believe we should call them forever clients. And if that's the case, do you have a plan for them forever? I literally share with you and give you the 17-page Forever Client Buyer System in BAM. I give you the buyer questionnaire, which is the questionnaire to ask them questions about what they're looking for. I give you the buyer agent referral form. There's a no place like home form, which we give them before they come, which leads to referrals. We have a VIP form, which gets us to know them better and build rapport. We have a drink menu. We have the 555 form, which is a very powerful yet simple form where they talk about the 5 must-haves, 5 would likes, and 5 dream haves. We have 3 documents that you can give to your clients. You can change the graphics, you can change everything on them, but it's what are all the parties involved in the sale, things to watch out for during escrow, and what does a buyer's agent do? These go in their packet for when they leave. So we give you all that stuff. It's high level, high intensity coaching. Normally it's $997, but I'm going to talk about that later. So that's relationship mastery. The final element is event mastery, right? So I've given you the biggest opportunities: growth mode, go to a conference, and then master the buyer's consultation. Under event mastery, I am going to cover literally the following things. What is the single best piece of direct mail you could ever send? Wouldn't it be great to know like what you should send in a direct mail piece? The best thing you can write in a handwritten note, the single best thing you could ever email to your database. By the way, it's not a market update. The single best video. I know video is huge right now. Never really implemented it as much as I should because I'm not very good looking. But here's the thing. The single best video you could ever do for your database, no matter how ugly you are. I'm just throwing it out there. The best Facebook private message you could ever send. The best text. Wouldn't it be great to know what the best text message you could ever send is? The best phone call you can make to your database. And no, it's not, hey, I was just thinking about you, right? Because the thing is, after you do that once, it just becomes creepy, right? It's hard to repeat that next week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was just thinking about you again. Hey, I know it's just been a week, but it's really hard to repeat that one, right? And after you do the catch-up call, what kind of call do you do, right? What if you had a reason to call literally every week of the year and they would be open to hearing from you? The single best thing you could ever say at a one-on-one, and the number one single best reason to contact your database, right? I'm going to cover that in the next 1 minute. Are you guys open to that?
Ready? Absolutely. I know I am.
In the chat window, tell me if you're in for getting all of these in the next couple of minutes. You want all those? You literally, this is the answer for communicating with your database and your sphere to maximize referrals from them. You want the answer for internet leads, how to convert them? I'm about to give you. In fact,
amazing response, Michael. Look at all that. I mean, we're getting so many yeses. Yes, I'm in.
I love it.
Let's go for it.
I love it. All right. Here's the beauty. What if I told you that I have discovered that the answer to all of these is one thing? What if I applied what is the one thing such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier and or unnecessary to our communication and marketing? The single best piece of marketing, the single best piece of communication, the number one single best reason to contact your database is an invitation to an event. It is an invitation to an event. That is you want to get internet leads off the edge, invite them to an event. It's very disarming. And I have story, Dan Balter is a story in Minnesota. He invited 1,100 internet leads to an event. 65 showed up. 65 showed up. And out of those 65, one of them was the CFO of a Fortune 1000 company, became a client, bought $1 million home, and became one of his top referral sources. Started out as an internet lead that he invited to an event. So an invitation to an event. We need to host events. Now, what would make the event even better? What would make an event even better? Guess what? What if you could throw the event and break even, right? What if you could throw the event and make money? What if, imagine this for a second. Is there a lead generation and referral generation method where you get paid to do it? Do you get paid to call expireds? No, you don't. Do you get paid to call for sale by owners? You don't. Do you get paid to convert internet leads? No, you don't. Do you get paid, right? And here's the thing. You can get paid to hold an event. And not only can you get paid, you can actually profit holding an event. Now, one of those ways, there are many ways to profit from an event, but one way is to partner with sponsors, right? And guess what? You're having pie day, whatever it may be. You say, hey, listen, do you want to pay for the pies? And they're like, I'll pay for the pies, right? And then they go, all right, you want to pay for the venue? It's like, I'll pay for the venue, and so on and so forth. I'm just telling you that we have, most of our clients make money having the event, and then they make money when those leads and referrals from the event turn into clients and close. I mean, drop the mic moment is there is no other lead generation method. And here's the other thing. It is a one-to-many strategy. So if you have 20 or 40 or 100 or 400 or whatever it may be, you're just going to get more referrals in the same amount of time. It's still a 2-hour event, but if you have 10 or 40 or 60 or 80 or 400, it doesn't matter to you. It's a 2-hour event. So in 2 hours, you have the chance to make money having it, and then you get the opportunity to get those referrals. Now, I'm also going to tell you I'm part of the generosity generation. So I am a huge believer that you should partner with a charity or nonprofit with every single one of your events. And that is an important thing to do. How hard is it? How much does it cost you? It costs you nothing to put a sentence on your invite that says, please bring blankets for the pets and vets. Now, you pick your charity, or you have your sphere pick the charity, whatever it may be. But please, please include a nonprofit or a charity with every one of your events. And guess what? The reaction, the attitude of the attendees toward you will change for the better. And you're going to do a good thing for a great cause.
Wow.
There are,
These are
yeah.
amazing tips, Michael. God, I mean, that was a aha moment for me, nonprofit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. There are 30 plus reasons for hosting an event. Build trust, make money, making money, referrals before, during, and after. Here's what's cool about doing an event is you call to invite them. They say they can't go, but either they become a client, or they're like, I'm so glad you called because my sister needs to list her house. And then afterwards, you're calling up to thank people. And once again, they have the opportunity to refer you. So it's a big deal. And the number one reason for hosting an event, I think it's get referrals. The number one is to have fun. People are looking for fun. You can have a lot of fun. There's some examples. I mean, I have so many of these. It's not, I have, like I said, over 5,000 case studies at this point. So Nacho Average Happy Hour, 81 outgoing referrals that he generated, which means he referred the sponsors, 81 people. Wow. 21 incoming referrals. He generated 21 referrals. It cost him $0 to do it. And he also raised $650 for a very little known charity. So others, I mean, seriously, right? 200 responses, 49 referrals, essentially 39 referrals, and 10 people said that they are a referral. 145 attendees, 44 basically forms filled out, 11 referrals, 5 me, 16 pieces of business, right? Wow. Cynthia Bear in Atlanta, 148 referrals at her very first event. She got 2 new buyers and a new seller that day. Literally that afternoon after the event, she went and got a listing, a buyer, and then a new buyer from that event. But here's the rest of the story. It gets better. Her second event, she got 207 incoming referrals and generated. And by the way, these are documented, written referrals. These are people writing the names of other people on a form to document the referrals. So we have a class called Event Mastery Class. I wrote it, I produced it, I teach it. You can take this class from anywhere. You can do the simple steps and you get referrals doing event mastery. We have invitation mastery, confirmation mastery, sponsor mastery, charity mastery, event mastery. We have referral mastery and follow-up mastery are the sessions in this class. Very, very in-depth, right? So that's event mastery. That's the 3 pillars. In summary, The biggest opportunity right now in self-mastery is to double down on education, go to an out-of-town conference like RMS 2024. Hopefully you guys will take me up on that in a second. I'm going to make it very palatable and affordable. Master the buyer's consultation. You can use mine. You can do buyer agent mastery, which we have. Host an event is the biggest opportunity under event mastery. It's fun, lead generation. Take event mastery class and get referrals guaranteed, and I can help you. So this is my offer. I have like 6 or 7 slides here. I'll make the offer, and then you take me up on it or not, and I'll answer questions, right? So Gary Keller said, basically, put the wisdom of Michael J. Mayer and the referral mastery system into practice now. Dave Ramsey says you should do it. Door number one. Door number one is RMS 2024. And by the way, in the chat, if you're interested in RMS 2024, just put 1 in the chat window right now. Just put the number 1, like this is door number 1. You're interested in this. Okay. Now, Referral Mastery Summit, September 27th through the 29th, Atlanta, Georgia, RMS 2024. We have some phenomenal sponsors. The normal door price, if you go to rms2024.com right now, it is $997 for general admission, and it is $1497 for the ambassador VIP package, right? Just hold your horses. I'm just telling you. The event details are as follows. Friday is travel day and the opening general session. And then we have the world-renowned Gotham Ball that night, which is going to blow you away. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's basically breakout, lunch, breakout, closing session. And that's Saturday and Sunday. We do have some special events outside of those. The one is a Love You Latte event. I literally model an event that many of our clients have used to get referrals. And then for the ambassador dinner, I literally model an event that we did for our VIP-like people in our database to get referrals. So I don't just tell you and teach you and train you. I show you so that you can experience what event mastery is really like. So I hope you come. This event is, it's going to blow your mind. I can't even explain it. It's something you got to experience. Remember to get into referrals, get into growth mode. So now that was door number 1, RMS 2024. Get to Atlanta. It's extremely inexpensive. It's a direct flight from anywhere in the country, including you LA people. Go direct. I'm just telling you, catch the jet stream. You'll be here before you know it. Door number 2 is buyer agent mastery. And you're going to get my forever client system. So if you're interested in door number 2, put 2. That's buyer agent mastery. 8 sessions. Take any time you want. The first session is me doing the buyer's consultation live, literally, so that you can write notes, see what I do. All 8 sessions are recorded for your review. My percentage was 100% getting the buyer's agent agreement signed, EBA. And just so you know, we have lots of people doing, we are still at 100% getting the buyer's agent agreement signed from people who have used this consultation. And you're going to get referrals before, during, and after the buyer's consultation. You're going to get all these systems, all these documents, all my forms, and the entire forever client buyer system. When you complete buyer agent mastery, I don't quit giving. I will give you a social media graphic, a press release, and a special report to use as a lead magnet to get buyers. So you get this social media, and notice it says special report, message me now for the 9 crucial steps to buy the best home. You don't have to create that special report. I literally give it to you. I also give you a press release to put out, and guess what? They post it. News places are looking for content, especially good content and positive content for realtors right now to counter the other crap that is out there about us. This is the 9 crucial steps document that I give you, that whole thing. You get it in PDF form so you can send it to them. Don't reinvent the wheel. Use my buyer's consultation. Use my forever client system. All right. If you're interested in door number 2, let us know. Put door number 2 in the chat window. That's buyer agent mastery. Now, door number 3 is event mastery. So Event Mastery, we're going to help you organize your database, pick the right event, launch your marketing plan, gear up for event week. And we say the fortune is in the follow-up, and I'm going to show you my follow-up system that generated referrals after the event. So you get all this. Here is an example, and I'm just going to summarize this for you. Tora White out of Washington, who has a smaller database, just so you know. She generated 95 referrals for her and her team. She generated 161 outgoing referrals to her, I believe, 15 sponsors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she had 7 sponsors, 7. And she generated 161 leads for those 7 sponsors. She profited on the event $5,800, and she has generated in her career over $250,000 for charities. So that's the result. That's what we can do. The typical retail price on this is $997. So you're going to get a better, and by the way, people always say retail price, and then you're like, BS, nobody ever paid that. Well, not only did I get $997 for Event Mastery, but it was from someone named Karen. So if you can get $1,000 from a Karen, you can get it. I'm just playing out there, Karens. Love you. All right. Remember, you are one event away from referrals. And so here's the thing. Door number 1 is RMS 2024. Buyer Agent Mastery is door number 2. And Event Mastery is door number 3. You can choose any of them you want. Or what if I could figure something out where you just get all 3? If you sign up for RMS 2024, what if I bonused you Buyer Agent Mastery? And what if I bonused you Event Mastery? So that's what I'm going to do. You can get it all. The best investment is yourself. Get this bundle just for investing in yourself. You get the event, the regular price at $997. You get Buyer Agent Mastery, which is typically $997. I think I've got like a $997 thing. Event Mastery, Referrals Guarantee, which is typically $997. That's almost $3,000. You don't pay $3,000. It's just $497 for all in. So $497, you get the ticket, you get BAM, you get Event Mastery. But wait, there's more. I'm going to bonus you. For those of you that sign up today, I'm going to give you a one-on-one coaching call, or you can invite a spouse or an assistant, and our certified referral coach will coach you for 30 minutes on how you best can get referrals now. Like literally, what is the strategy that you can implement right now that's going to generate you a referral within 24 hours? So just because I gave you a bonus, the price didn't go up, right? So the value went up, but it's still $497 for all in today. So you get door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, all of them. Plus you're going to get the call with a certified referral coach. And summarizing, if you buy a ticket to RMS 2024 today, you get Buyer Agent Mastery, Event Mastery, the entire thing, and you get the coaching call. For those of you that are interested, you can use this QR code right now. Just scan that right now. Even if you're just thinking about it, scan the QR code and we'll talk about it. And then I'm going to answer your questions here. So, and just so you know, you're going to scan the QR code and you're going to find that the price is not $497. I talked to Tristan before we came on, and he was supposed to be here today. Prayers for what he's going through and everything. And I just want you to know that LCA is paying $200 for everybody who goes to the event. So it's not $497. You are actually going to get RMS 2024, Buyer Agent Mastery, Event Mastery, and the coaching call for $297 today. Now, we are going to change that at midnight tonight because that's not the arrangement we have at a lot of places. So that is like the deal of the century, in my opinion. And, you know, I would love to see how I can help you.
That's amazing, Michael. Thank you so much. I mean, $297. Who can go wrong with that? Come on.
I hope to make it a no-brainer, and they can thank Tristan. They can thank Lab Coat Agents and Nick and the whole crew for making that happen. So
that is amazing. I mean, so much learning, you guys. Okay, let's get to the questions. Can't travel. Okay, how do I get number 2 now? That's one question that came in from Alan.
Just do it right here. Here's the thing. You do this. Let's say you can't do the ticket. I don't care. Go sell the ticket, right? Sell it for $297 and you just zero based your buyer agent mastery. So, I mean, if you just did event mastery for $297, you'd be doing it cheaper than anybody's ever done event mastery. So there you go.
Here's another one from Kurt. Can we do Atlanta virtual?
No, we do not live stream it. It's not set up to do that. We're moving and shaking. So we just have never done the live streaming. So and honestly, if you see a live streaming, a lot of times it's honestly a way to pad their pockets versus, here's the thing. You've got to experience RMS, right? It can't be explained. You've got to experience it. When you go to I Love You Latte in the morning and you see what a smooth event is run like, and you then go, oh my God, I could totally do that. There's nothing like that feeling in the world. So we don't live stream. Sorry.
A lot of them. Go ahead, Michael.
I was just going to say, buyer agent mastery, event mastery, they're digital courses. You can take them anytime you want. You're ready to go. So you could start those today.
Many are saying 1, many are saying 2, many are saying 3. Hey guys, this is a great package right here.
You don't have to choose.
You don't have to choose. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Julie, you have to be there in person. You won't regret it. There you go, Kurt. You got your answer. All right. Any other questions? Let us know at Lab Coats, and we will go ahead and deliver that over to Michael. Michael, anything else you can share with us, sir?
Well, I think first and foremost, I think that the one thing that I really want to put into play is I want to remind, like, you remember like Britney Spears and Charlie Sheen, right?
Yes.
And they kind of went down that downward spiral.
Yeah.
And it's because, I don't know if you know it, but Britney Spears had the #1 album at the time. Charlie Sheen had the #1 show with 2.5 Men. And they're like, all right, once I go to #1, they had nowhere to go. They quit learning.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If there is a downward spiral of life, there must be an upward spiral of life. And there is.
Yeah.
And I want people to think about that as a spiral staircase with steps. And on the first step is the letter L. We're going to spell life. It's an upward spiral of life. The first step is L for learn. So learn. If you learned something today, I hope you did, then you need to take the next step. And the next step starts with I, and that's for implement. Implement what you learned today. And then take the third step. And it is an F word, like we like, and it is a 4-letter F word. But the third step is fail. Please know that what you learned and implemented, you're not going to do perfectly. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. Your first buyer's consultation will be your worst buyer's consultation. And fail is an acronym as well for first attempt in learning. It's also 5th attempt in learning, and it's also 50th attempt in learning. So just know failing is just part of life. And then we need to take the 4th step. And the 4th step is E for evaluate. We need to evaluate what we just learned, implemented, and failed. And we need to, does it align with our values? Does it feel good? Is it fun? Is it helping us accomplish our goals? Is it helping going towards our dreams? If it's not, then we're going to go learn, implement, and fail something else. But if it is, take the next step, the 5th step, which has an L on it. And that's for learn. And the 6th is implement. And then and here's the thing, but you're no longer learning at the bottom level. You're learning at a higher level, implementing at a higher level, failing at a higher level, so you can evaluate at a higher level. And guess what? The successful people are going up those steps so fast. Learn, implement, fail, evaluate. Learn, implement, fail, and evaluate. And get on the upward spiral of life. And that goes back into get into growth mode. And I don't know. I'm excited.
I mean, the first, when we were emailing back and forth yesterday, what is the first thing I said to you, Michael? I look forward to learning from you, because that's exactly what I did, you guys. And look at the pages of notes I have taken and learned from this. Yes, it's color coded, but learn and grow. I mean, Michael, I got so much information from you, so much education just in this 1 hour. I wonder how it's going to be with those 3 events. I mean, I look forward to that. And anything else, you guys, I'm grateful to be with Michael. Thank you for your time, especially. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for being here. And like I said, if you have any other questions, Love Code Agents is the place to go. And we'll certainly get you in connection with Michael. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Chonky. I appreciate it. Great job. And
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you,
Absolutely.
everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone.